Hello. So I've just been for a run and I'm down the beach and I sat down to do a video and then some random came and stood behind me on the wall. So I thought I'd walk and talk. And what I wanted to talk about today, well, first of all, you'll have to bear with me, okay? This is not my forte. I get really, really, really anxious and nervous about doing videos and talking. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. But I wanted to practice and put myself out there a little bit by saying I'm going to do an A to Z of life as I see it at the moment with just different things. So that'll be 26 videos a day. Well, 26 days of videos. So this is the first one, so please bear with me. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll turn around so you can see the lovely sea where I am. Okay, yeah, so what I want to talk about today was A for anxiety. And just sort of what I'm seeing about it right now. So it's really interesting, right? I've known I wanted to do this video all week, really. Definitely all day. And I've been getting more and more and more anxious, thinking like, just being really anxious, like almost feeling sick. I can do videos like this and I literally feel like I'm going to be sick. And I've always felt the same way. And it made me think this morning, like, what is actually going on? Like, I want to say, doing live videos doing videos and talking makes me anxious. And I was like, well, how can that be true? Because right now I'm feeling anxious and I'm not even doing a video. All I'm doing is thinking about doing the video. And that's what I wanted to talk about, is like, our thoughts are super powerful, right? But they happen to us. We don't necessarily choose what thoughts come into our head. I don't for 1 minute believe we can control it. And I don't think that should be something we do. I mean, that's a full-time job. Can you imagine? I think we have, 90,000? Oh, it's probably more. I don't know, hundreds and thousands of thoughts a day. And many of them pass through without us knowing what's going on. But thoughts and feelings are kind of two sides of the same coin. So the first indication sometimes you get that you're having squiffy thinking, or thinking that might be not so helpful, is when you start having a feeling. So I noticed for myself that I was getting really wound up and anxious and nervous and I can't do it. And I was like, well, what's going on? And like, what I'm doing is thinking about the future, worrying about the future. What am I going to say? What are people going to think? I've got nothing to talk about. Who am I to be talking about it? Wada. I don't look okay, and here I am now. So I was like, well, it's not actually doing the video that's making me anxious. It's my thinking about doing the video that's making me anxious. So that was quite interesting. I think I find that fascinating, and just more evidence that it's not the outside, it's coming from the inside. And the other example I saw yesterday was I went with my daughter to the shop to buy something. And, I'll just do it briefly. But anyway, something happened. And she felt really, really worried about it. She was really, really upset. She gets very big emotions about things. I wonder where she gets that from. But very big emotion about this thing that happened, and she was really, really anxious, and I could see it building up in her. What about this? What if this happens? What if that happens? Oh, I'm so sorry, mummy. I said, sweetheart, it's okay, and it was so easy for me to see with her that she was thinking herself up into a little anxious thought storm. It was just going around and around and around in her head. But what was fascinating was how quickly it passed, and there was nothing I could do to move her out of it necessarily. Yes, I reassured her, but for about 10 minutes she kept coming back. She just kept whirring herself up in her head about this, the same as I've been doing about my video. It's like, I say I've been anxious and worried about it all day. In truth, there have been parts of the day where I haven't been. It's not been there in my mind. It's not been in my awareness. And then I've suddenly started thinking, when am I going to do this video? So anxiety anxiety and other feelings come up because of something that's going on in our thinking, okay? And like I said, thoughts just flow all the time. We have 60,000 thoughts, probably more, a day, and we don't know what all of them are, so we can't control them. They pass through like clouds in the sky, you know, but sometimes we pay attention to them because we notice the feeling they're stirring up in us. And often it's those feelings, those less pleasurable feelings that we notice, and it acts like a little alarm system to tell us that our body, that our thinking's a bit off, because our natural state is calm and loving and capable of anything. That's our natural state. But we get ourselves spinning up, and our feelings act like the rumble strips. You know the rumble strips on the side of the road when you're driving and you suddenly go off the road? Might just be me, but I'm sure it's not. And you go off and you go like that's what I see my anxiety of. That's what I saw today. It was like, my anxiety was coming up about these videos. It's like a little rumble strip. Bronwyn, your thinking's off. You're going somewhere, like, you know, it's not helpful, right? And that's it. It's like, what kind of thinking is helpful for you? What thinking is helpful for us? And what thinking do we not actually have to pay attention to because it'll pass through? So even doing this video, I'm not quite so anxious because I'm right here with you guys right now talking. As soon as I put it down, I'll start thinking about what it sounded like and what I said and how awful I look and blah, 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 blah. And that'll stir it all up again. But it's not actually doing the video that's causing that. It's my thinking about doing a video. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, was anxiety and where things like that come from, where our feelings come from, or where our, But I'd love to know, if you watch this, what you think. Hiya. What you think and what comes up for you. Do you agree? Do you see that? Does anything I say make sense? And let me just show you some funky little penguins and a whale in Port Talbot. All right, lots of love, and I will do another video tomorrow. Okay, bye.